Welcome everybody to segment number 20 of my birthday special for CraigS1996Entertainment. And we are going to play some Jeopardy featuring Alex Trebek for the DOS at this time. Oops. There we go, sorry about that. Let's play. I need a challenge, so let's go expert. I'm new, so we'll say Craig Simmons. We'll use a space bar to enter. Let's be him. As I take on Barbara and Lloyd today.
Hi everyone and welcome to Jeopardy.
Here we go, let's go to Craig Bundle this game. This is Jeopardy featuring Alex Trebek.
Here we go, round one. One daily double will appear on the board in these categories.
We're dealing with singers, China, games, comparisons, medicine, and finally, first lines. And for every incorrect response given this game, that amount will go to Whammy Incorporated. No, I don't want to change the categories. Here we go. Let's begin the game now. China for 100. About half of all Chinese exports pass through this port. What is Shanghai?
You are correct.
Let's go China for 200. Here we go. Henry Puyi, the last person to hold this office, obtained it at age 2 and lost it in 1912 when he was 6. Barbara. What was Emperor? I believe that's right.
That's it.
I was going to buzz in and say Emperor, but I was not 100% sure, so that's why I let Barbara have that one. But that's okay. Alright, Barbara, you have the next selection. Where are we going? Comparisons for 100. African desert over 3 times larger than the neighboring Mediterranean Sea. What is the Sahara? Oops.
Right.
Let's have comparisons for 200. At 37, Peter Hodgson invented Silly Putty and Michelangelo finished the ceiling fresco here. What is the Sistine Chapel?
That's it.
Comparisons 300. And I now take the lead to myself with $400. Alright. If a man could proportionally lift as much as this insect, he'd lift 8,100 pounds. What is the ant?
Right.
Comparisons 400. The smallest created had 4 clues. The largest, 25,614. What is a crossword puzzle?
You are correct.
Comparisons for 500. Asian nation over 12 times larger than the UK, its former ruler. What is India?
Yes.
India is the correct response, and I ran that category like it was nothing. So I have $1,600 right now, and I get to make the next selection. China for 300. Semi-military organizations of young people formed during Mao's Cultural Revolution. Barbara. Who were the... Oh, she doesn't know.
No, sorry, that is wrong.
So $300 is going to Whammy Incorporated. From this segment so far, anyway. We played Press Your Luck for the DOS earlier, and Whammy Incorporated received $13,925. Let's see if Lloyd knows the answer. The Red Guards?
That's it.
Red Guards, correct. So Lloyd now is on the board and has his first bit of cash, and he makes the next selection. Medicine for 100. Favorite soap opera disease characterized by memory loss? What is amnesia? Oops.
You are correct.
Medicine for 200. So I have $1,700 at this point. To a layman, it's lockjaw. What is tetanus?
Right.
Medicine for 300. A lot of money sitting in front of me at the moment. Well, in front of Craig. This is not my money. I'm playing for it for Craig. 2-letter factor inherited in blood cells. What is RH?
Yes.
Medicine for 400. British sailors were called limeys for the fruit they ate to ward off this disease. What is scurvy? Oop. Okay.
Right.
Almost typed the enter button, but I stopped myself in time. Let's have medicine for 500, please. From Latin to please, medicine given just to humor a patient. What is a placebo?
Right.
And I ran the medicine category like it was nothing, so I have $3,100. Let's go ahead and pick China for 400, please. During this war, General Joseph Stilwell became the first American ever to command a Chinese army. What is World War II?
Right.
That is correct. China for 500. I have $3,500 at this point in the game, and I'm on a roll. Here we go. In 1280, they became the first outsiders to occupy all of China. Barbara, let's see if we can get you out of the hole. The Mongols, I believe that's right.
Yes.
So she's now back on the plus side, and in second place with $400, and we have 3 full categories left. Barbara, which one are you going to pick? You're going with first lines for 100, okay? The last group mentioned in the first line of Mark Antony's eulogy on Caesar, who are countrymen, friends, Romans, and countrymen.
Right.
Good, okay. First lines for 200. Or games for 100, I guess. Mumbly Peg is played by throwing this implement. What is a pocket knife?
That's it.
Let's go back to first lines for 200, please. Look at all this money I have for Craig. Remember, I'm playing for Craig, not for myself. First 3 words of the Bible. What are in the beginning?
You are correct.
First lines for 300. The answer there, the Daily Double. Okay. So I have $3,900 at this point. How much of that do I want to put at risk? I'm feeling pretty good about the category, but I don't want to go too big, so I'm just going to go $1,600. Okay? So put Craig at $5,500 if I get it right. Here's the clue in first lines. Philip Roth's story where Neil tells us, the first time I saw Brenda, she asked me to hold her glasses. Oh, I'm afraid I don't know this one.
Nope.
Well, so I'm going to lose $1,600 for Craig, so let's put that in the Whammy Inc. bank.
The correct response is
Goodbye, Columbus. Goodbye, Columbus. So I took a little bit of a hit on the Daily Double, but not too terrible. I still have $2,300, and I'm in the lead. First lines for 400. It begins with, Marley was dead to begin with. What is A Christmas Carol?
you are correct.
First lines for 500. Alright. Well, I didn't lose too much on the Daily Double, so I took a little bit of a hit, but not too terrible. TV show whose theme begins, just sit right back and you'll hear a tale What is Gilligan's Island? That's a show I used to watch.
Yes.
Okay. Let's do games for 200, please. And the answer there. In Monopoly, Atlantic Avenue is yellow and Pacific Avenue is this color. What is green?
Right.
Pacific Avenue is green, correct. Let's have games for 300. I'm in the lead right now with $3,400 as we continue. In a Pinochle deck, each of the 4 suits has this many cards. Oh, sorry. What is 13?
No.
Oh, $300 going in the Whammy Inc. bank. All right. So Barbara is going to buzz in on this one. Let's see if she gets it right. Each of the 4 suits has this many cards in a Pinochle deck. Oh, it's 12.
That's it.
Missed it by 1. Oh well, it's okay. Check it off. Check it off. Okay, Barbara, it's your turn. Singers for 100. It's so emotional for her to have the most consecutive #1 singles in history. Who is Whitney Houston?
Yes.
Singers for 200. After marrying a German, this disco singer anglicized her last name by changing the O to U. Who is Donna Summer? Who we lost
Right.
in 2012, I believe. How about singers for 300? His 2 biggest hits as a singer have been from movie soundtracks, Footloose and Danger Zone. Who is Kenny Loggins? Footloose from the title of the movie Footloose, and Danger Zone for Top Gun. From Top Gun, I should say. Yes. 3,700, and Craig, still your turn. Well, still my turn. I'm playing for Craig. Singers 400. Hot Diggity, Round and Round, A Catching Falling Star were his 3 Billboard #1 hits. Barbara. Perry Como?
You are correct.
Perry Como, correct. Barbara's up to $1,100. Alright. This Ex Van Halen's vocalist recorded his album Eat 'Em and Smile in both English and Spanish versions. Who is David Lee Roth?
That's it.
Yep. Games for 400. And the answer there. Board game in which a player can create a prime, a barrier of 6 points which an opponent cannot pass. Barbara. Backgammon.
Right.
And Barbara's up to $1,500. Let's go ahead and take a look at that last clue for 500. And then we will play Double Jeopardy. Here we go. Author J.R.R. Tolkien helped inspire Gary Gygax and Dave Arneson to invent this role-playing game. What is D&D, Dungeons & Dragons?
You are correct.
So at the end of the Jeopardy round, I have $4,700, Barbara $1,500, Lloyd $300, so he's going to go first.
The double Jeopardy round. Here we go. Okay, double. To help you in one of these categories.
For this round, we're going to deal with science, vegetables, ballet, ants, blues songs, and finally, bridges. Okay. I will not change the categories. I will keep them the way they are. Alright, so Lloyd, you're in third place with $300. Let's start with you. Science, 200. Everybody talks about it. A meteorologist studies it. What's the weather?
You are correct.
Science, 400. Oh, I have some cash right now for Craig. And Whammy Inc's getting some cash this game too. Here we go. Animals with a constant blood temperature are called this. What is warm-blooded?
You You are correct.
Science, 600. Now over $5,000, which is where I was trying to get on the Daily Double, but it didn't work out, but that's okay. Common name for ethylene glycol, it's used in cars in winter. What is antifreeze?
Right.
Science for 800. Process by which plants make both food and oxygen. What is photosynthesis?
That's it.
Science for 1,000. Woo! Money, money, money. Name given to the temperature negative 273.15 degrees Celsius. What is absolute zero?
That's it.
Well done in the category. $7,700 I have now. And I get to make the next selection. Ants for 200. Though we call Americas the original 13, ants lived in these long before that. What are colonies?
That's it.
Ants for 400. Boy, I got some money. Money, money, money. After the queen makes her one mating flight, she has no need for these and chews them off. What are wings?
You are correct.
Ants for 600. The echidna, pangolin, and aardvark, for example. What are anteaters?
Right.
Ants for 800. Antennas serve ants as organs of all senses except this. What is sight?
That's it.
Science for, ants for 1,000. We already had the science category and I ran it like it was nothing. If I get this clue right, then I'll be in the 5 figures. These ants don't eat wood, only chew out holes big enough to build their nests. What are carpenter ants?
That's it.
Now in the 5 figures, $10,700. Woo! Alright, let's go to the next subcategory, which will be ballet for 200. Swan Lake was originally such a failure that this composer planned to rewrite it, but he died first. Who is Tchaikovsky?
That's it.
Peter Tchaikovsky. Ballet for 400. $10,900. Whew. In the 1930s, this company was known as the Sadler's Wells Ballet, but now it's called this. Barbara? It is the Soviet Union? No.
No.
So $400 is going to Whammy Incorporated. Well, let's see if Lloyd knows this one. The Royal Ballet. Oh, yeah.
That's it.
In a way, in the back of my mind, I was thinking the Royal Ballet, but I was not 100% sure. But either way, Lloyd got it right, and he makes the next selection. Veggies, 200. Hee-haw has a field and a show full of this vegetable. What is corn?
Right.
Vegetables for 400. Veggies 400. Poil de carotte, a French cartoon character, has hair the color of this vegetable. What is a carrot?
Right.
Vegetables for 600. $11,500 at this point in the game. Leafy vegetable used in salads. It comes in curly and escarole varieties. What is... I have it between two of them. I'm going to say what is cabbage.
No.
No. $600 is going into the Whammy Inc. bank. So Whammy Incorporated is getting $3,200 this game so far, from this game so far. Lloyd. Endive? Oh, yeah. So if I had said lettuce, I still would have been wrong, but... Oh well, but I digress. Lloyd, you have the next selection as we continue. Veggies, 800. Garlic, onions, and shallots are this part of the plant. What is the bulb?
Yes.
Vegetables for 1,000. Daily double.
Yes.
Right? I have $11,700 at this point in the game. How much of that do I want to put at risk? Just so I will stay in the 5 figures, in case I'm wrong, I'm going to go 1,700. Okay? So put me at 13,400 if I'm right, drop down to 10,000 if I get it wrong. Here's the clue in veggies. In the mustard family, it's a plant with an edible root that tastes like a turnip. What is a parsnip?
Nope, sorry, that is wrong.
Oh, $1,700 going in the Whammy Inc. bank.
The correct response is
We're looking for a rutabaga. Rutabaga. So I lose $1,700, but I still have $10,000. That's good. Ballet for $600. The patriotic ballet Stars and Stripes has danced to his music. Who is Sousa?
yes.
John Philip Sousa. Ballet for $800. I have $10,600 at this point in the game. In Stravinsky's ballet, this title bird has strange powers and magic feathers. What is the Firebird?
Right.
Oh, I put in an extra letter there by accident, but it's okay. 11,400. Let's have ballet for 1,000. She was already in her 40s when she became Rudolf Nureyeva's most famous partner. Does Barbara have a clue on this one? Let's find out. Dame Margot Fontaine. That is right. It's good for 1,000 too, so she takes second place with $2,100, and we go to the next clue. Bridges for 200. It connects the 3 boroughs of Manhattan, Queens, and the Bronx. What is the Brooklyn Bridge? Oops, sorry.
Nope, sorry, that is wrong.
Nope, $200 going to Whammy Incorporated. Wow. So far from this game alone, Whammy Inc. is getting $5,100. It's quite a bit of money. Barbara. Is it the Triborough Bridge?
Yes.
Yes, it is. Okay. Alright, bridges for 400. Bridge mentioned in the song Ode to Billy Joe. Oh, she doesn't know.
Nope.
$400 going straight to Whammy Inc. $5,500 from this game going to Whammy Inc. alone. The Tallahatchie Bridge? Yep. Never even heard of the Tallahatchie Bridge, to be honest, but I digress. Anyway. Blues Songs, 200. Where Fats Domino found his thrill. Who is, what is Blueberry Hill?
That's it.
I'll take Blue Songs for 400, please. Song in which Jimmy cracked corn and I don't care. What is Blue Tail Fly? Oops, sorry.
Yes.
Blue Songs for 600. I have $11,800. The Marcells hit #1 in 1961 with the remake of this Rodgers and Hart song. What is Blue Moon? Blue songs for 800, please. Thanks to Irving Berlin, Al Jolson found them smiling at him. What are the blue skies? Oops.
Right.
Blue songs 1,000. $13,200. Blue on Blue and Blue Velvet were two of this star's early hits. Who's Bobby Vinton?
That's it.
And that just leaves the last category, Bridges, which the other Daily Double is in one of those categories. In one of those 3 clues. Let's see where you can find it. 600. There it is.
The answer there is
I found all 3 Daily Doubles, and I haven't been too successful on the first 2, but there is a chance I might be successful on this one. I have 14,200. How much are we going to wager? Let's try for 1,800. Okay? Let's see if we can succeed on this Daily Double. Here's the clue. Peruvian bridge which collapsed Friday, July 20th, 1714 in the Thornton Wilder novel of the same name. What is the bridge of San Luis Rey?
That's it.
Yes! Succeeded on the Daily Double, and I have $16,000. 800, please. Named not for lovers, but for sorrowful prisoners crossing it to a Venetian prison. Barbara. The public domain?
No.
No. $800 going to Whammy Incorporated. $6,300 now in the Whammy Inc. Bank from this game alone. Lloyd, do you have an answer? The Dahlia?
No.
I don't think so. Let's put another $800 in. Now making the Whammy Inc. Bank $7,100, at least for this segment.
The correct response is
Oh, the Bridge of Sighs. Oh, okay. Well, let's go ahead and take a look at that last clue. From Latin for way, it's a bridge that crosses mainly over land instead of water. A silverfish?
no.
No! So, Barbara's going to finish with $100, putting the Whammy Inc. Bank now at $8,100. Lloyd, if you want to stay in the game and play Final Jeopardy, you have to get this clue right. A viaduct?
That's it.
There you go. So you have 1,900, Barbara has 100, and I have $16,000. Final Jeopardy coming up.
Here is today's Final Jeopardy category.
The Bible, okay? So I have $16,000. I'm going to go $4,000.
Final Jeopardy answer is
Saul and these 2 others were the only 3 men to reign as king over all 12 tribes of Israel, who were David and Solomon.
what did you put down as your response?
David and Solomon?
Yes.
All right!
And your wager was
So this segment, Craig is getting $20,000.
what did you put down as your response?
David and Solomon, yes.
Yes.
And what did you wager, Barbara?
And your wager was
$80, so you go up to $180. All right. Did Lloyd come up with David and Solomon?
what did you put down as your response?
No.
No.
How much will Whammy Inc. be getting from him?
And your wager was
Losing $1,250. All right, so for this segment, Whammy Inc. is getting $9,350, whereas Craig is getting $20,000 this segment. Let's go ahead and wrap it up for this segment, and I will see you all for that next one. Pardon me there, folks. Right after this, don't go away, folks. We will be right back.